Alright, I really wasn't going to talk about it, but I had also just gotten up from a nap yesterday too, so I didn't feel like um really jumping straight into it. Or rather, I say transition, from like I'm still sleep and waking up mode into talking this product. But we talk this product all day. Now NXT happened, and I'm thinking to myself, what was the standout? What stood out? What was really good? I feel like I just feel like I'm missing part of a 3 hour show. Like I don't know what to feel about it. I just definitely could appreciate um what it. I'll say what this influx of talent is right now. We're getting a lot of characters on both sides of the just both sides of the superstar spectrum. Even down to like NASCAR, drivers and such like that. Like that's what's up. A lot of new girlies. It definitely will bolster the women's division. I'll say that. I don't know any of them. Like I'm not aware of any one of these characters for real, outside of them being on NXT television. So speaks to that part of the fan base and exposure. But I mean, their fanfare already is there. So far, HBK is 2 for 2. Julie is solid. Stephanie Vacker seems solid. You know what I mean? I mean, as far as exact in ring, it's obvious. So all right, bet. And then we got this next one about to pop up soon. So that'll be cool too. What's that? Zarya. She's gonna be a Halloween Havoc. A lot of stuff within theme. It's good for the division right now. A lot of talk about this best women in the world chat, and it's like, all right, we gonna see where the fits is at. But now, let's really get into the show, man. All right, Damage Control, Last Legend, and Jakara, no contest because, oh man, Chelsea and Piper came out. Yo, look, everybody did great, man. I don't want to seem uh favoritism esque, but at the end of the day, everybody that I want to see on the women's division got there, and then I'm looking at the different slots. Every single one of, and everyone is, the impressionables down at NXT, over at NXT in the third brand, whatever you want to call it. Um, like I said, it's all, I've had an individual relationship with each of them, so far as that. I mean, they're in Florida, I'm not. So we could call it some form of the parasocial or sports entertainment, as like Kyrie's completely, like, she's flipped her entire character around. Been a case study for some years now. We see the changes, but then beyond seeing the changes is, can you feel the change? Kyrie is definitely, she's been in that type of character. Like, she gets it, and it's not too often I say it, but it's always a different context. But yeah, Kyrie's one of those that get it. I really liked it. Io is right there to be the perfect balance. Everyone has a character right now. It's building solidly. Like, and then we have the other names, like the, I would say, I won't even say lower card, but just like, okay, those that are still coming up, being trusted with TV spots. But let's look at what is happening, why they're getting the TV time. Like, are they maximizing the minutes? So far this night, I'd say everybody was. I'd say everybody was. So good on them. Now let's get into the rest of it now. What is this? All right, so yeah, all 6 of them did great. LaShawn did great. Jakara, I mean, she couldn't get a lot of her shit in, but it was like, all right, I saw it where the rest of it was. Like, the other components, she was right there for. Somebody got to take the hits. I wasn't a fan of that. I didn't want that to happen. I thought it would have been a little more evened out, but Jakara need to throw hands. Like, we need to see her nice, get that little Kim shit popping again. Like, for real, she needs to have that. I wouldn't say the craftiness that Liv has, but I think I have certain things in the chamber for her, but we need to let her further acclimate. When they're trusted with what she would demonstrate and showing off what she could do in the ring, then we'll get there. But for right now, no rush. We'll just wait till we get there. Random birthday shouts to Kelani. Yeah, word. How about that? Now let's move on. Jada Parker Tatum. Okay, Tatum not winning, I'd say is bullshit. Jada winning is exactly as it's supposed to be. Got other things planned for Tatum and Sleepy, so okay, fine. You know, it's alright. Like, we love Sleepy. You know what I'm saying? I'm not really a fan of too much of where the new gimmick is gone, but it's something that's doing. Um Tatum need that victory. I think the story just started. It's something to do for both of them. I mean, I'm so impartial toward Tatum, clearly, like I am I am beyond a fan, but it is definitely good to see her getting more TV time and then getting in there with Miss Parker, man. Look, top of the echelons, like that tier list. And I don't want to put in what is it, the 2K overalls, you know what I'm saying? What would 70 be in the lowest? Anything below a 75 is no bueno. I'm calling that by my standards. Everybody else has the way they do things, and 2K shots 2K have the way they set that type stuff up. I'm saying anything under 75 is where the problems is at. I didn't see anybody on TV under a 75. If you over a 75, you're good. I want to say 75 and 80. That's where we gonna need the improvement, but you good. And it clearly stars the male and female that are under the 75. But keeping it on the females because that was like a lot of the heavy part of the show. Well, at least that part in the early going. I loved it, man. I loved it. Miss Parker won. Tatum should have won, but got Sleepy involved. That was good. Let's keep working. Let's see what happens next week. Obafemi, Luca Crucifino. Rizzo got beat up. Who the hell beat Rizzo? Was it Zarya? It's too early. It's too early. Who beat up Rizzo though? Because that could be somebody trying to work their way out from the Calvary spaces under the bottom. Me and my mans used to do that back in the day of Mario Kart. Anything after fourth place was the Calvary. And even if first through fourth place won, fifth place is now first place, and I will fight you for ninth place if I can at least get within, and that was, you play Mario Kart, you understand what we're talking about. Now I'll come first place every time if we really chat and, talking that CC, but, we ain't doing that. Rizzo got beat up. Who was it? Let's move on. Obafemi has a direction now. Upset that he lost? Okay, fine. Random. Is he mad that he lost? Like, is that it? They treating him like he was the one that beat up. I mean, he ain't beat up Rizzo, so it's like, what is all of this? But it's a direction. Let's see what HBK do with it. It was good. Everybody out there looked good. I like we love Obafemi. We love Tony D and the family, man. I watched them both from day one. Like I said, if I'm running this back in my head correctly, I remember seeing Obafemi right there with Ave in the gray shirt. You see what I'm saying? I think it was before the NIL was a thing, or maybe it was, but it was just like the newest. That class, I remember that class, kinda. I remember them in the photos. I'm like, wow, he could be something. And I remember it because Ave was in it, and it's like, oh wow, she's really, shouts to Ave. Swear to God, you already know. But yeah, and shouts to the doc. You know what I mean? But let's move on. Is there anything else that happened along that segment that mattered more so? It's good stuff. Backstage, we got Ashanti and them, and see, I could run down all of the other names. I'm not even going to do that because it is spicy on NXT right now. I'm not going to hold you. It's that third brand energy. We still cultivating it, so we not going to put a definition on it just yet. Like, the rainbow belt hodgepodge idea from 2.0 has finally formulated into what we're looking at, but then we have to apparently move forward before these batteries die. Hold up. So Ruka, Carmen Petrovic, on the up. On that up. Soul, I give a solid 85 to. Maybe higher than that. Definitely an A tier though. Not no connection with the numbers, but good shit. Carmen, She done went from a 75 to an 80 in my book. Just we need to see what's gonna happen next. Change up that theme song. Lola Vice outside running down on Jada Parker. Shit was crazy. I'm look, look. They getting something going. They getting something going. Hold up. Trick Williams, Ethan Page, face to face. Couple of gaps, small stuff, good practice. 17 years. Shouts to Ego for that. He just got a guy. He put himself right in position with that line, and it took time to get there. But yup, shouts to him. There's a level of respect that they've all had for him, and even myself. You know what I'm saying? But nah, for real, he has the experience shows itself. It's just we all have to be able to meet each other, not where we're at, but where we want each other. When it comes to that part of the in-ring product, like those promos, I've been watching them for years now. So yeah, it's uh it's a very delicate process. So good on him. I'm gonna give him a 9. Both sides. It was awesome, and I'm very excited for the match on Sunday. Halloween Havoc. Post all of that. He's talking that shit, and Shizu he know how to talk that. You know what I mean? Cause he little, so he had to fight. He was coming up from the underdog the whole time. You know, like had to. He understand now. You know what I mean? Like we all too frail to be trying to fight that hard, but we'll still fight if need be. But no need for violence. We'll save it for in the ring, right? Yeah. So, all right, Hank and Tank, NASCAR Xfinity Series champion Cole Custer beat OTM. Good to have OTM back on TV. Igwe and my man's DuPont, they was backstage. Good. Brenly is on the up. NQCC has transformed from what they were to what they are now. And I'm not saying that's up or down. I'm saying I'm liking them. It's just brand new from what it was and what it is now. So we'll go from there. All right. And then that, yo, all right. So we spoke on Julian Stephanie. Vaca good. Fatal Influence, same energy. I'm talking 3 random elements, and it's a good look to know the vibe watching them do what they do. I'm enjoying it develop, and I'm definitely anticipating what happens next so far as all of them. So that being the damn main event, yo, that was NXT, man. I'm not about to sit here and give everybody love. Shouts to everybody that know they doing this shit really go hard levels. I'm gonna see you in the next one.